Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on cooperative multiplayer with Daggerwin. Okay, we're on to the next and final oat field now, which is just up the hill. I'm not quite sure whether we can get through there. I think we'll have to go round. I think that's probably the easiest thing. Right, so I will we'll head around the track. I think that's probably the best thing rather than trying to cut through the trees. I think it's going to be too tight for this header to get through there. So, yeah, oh, it's not too far anyway. It's just around here. That's the best place to go through. So we'll go up the hill and get this going in the next field. So this is another oat field, but it's our last one. That one there. That one's ready to harvest, but there is nothing else at the moment ready to harvest. That's grass. So yeah, we can get that one done today, and then that'll be all the harvesting done for July. We would like to start drilling the next year's crops of canola. We'll probably do the 2 oat fields as canola this year, but we'll need to wait until August to do that because we can't actually drill in July. August is the first month for planting crops, so we'll have to wait until August to do that, but we can continue with this. So I'm hoping this is still set to swathing the straw. We've still got this mod on for the header, which is still this is the adjusting mod for the header, which is what we had to use when we had this header on the other combine, but yeah, it's not really needed anymore. So yeah, we are swathing. So shall I do this? Shall I drive this, or shall I get the help to do it? I think I'll start off driving it myself. I'll do the steering assistance. 2 headlands maybe. What we've got to watch though is, of course, Daggerwin is on the other combine, which is a different, it's a different header size. So yeah, that causes issues. So I need to work away from him. Otherwise, we get a conflict with each other's size of header, and we'll be missing bits or taking bits, taking too much or not enough. So it just causes problems. So it's best if we work away from each other with these 2 different size combines. So in that case, I'll probably change this to 1 headland. Daggerwin's taking the 2nd headland. Right, okay, so I will continue with this for a bit, and then we'll probably go back to the baling. Either I will or Daggerwin will. I'm not sure who's going to get on the baler next, but the baler's all ready to go. It's got the new net in it, and it's been serviced by me at the end of last episode, so that's all fully serviced up and ready to go in this field. So yeah, we'll continue with this now on a time lapse, and I'll speak to you again in a bit. Probably should look at emptying the combines again. We've put them both on a helper now because Daggerwin is busy selling some trees. Oh dear, that combine doesn't look too good. I think it's mounted a bale. Okay, better move that in a second. I'm just going to get this one unloaded first, and then I'll go around to the other one and sort that one out. And I think Daggerwin's sorting it. I can see him over there. So yeah, Daggerwin is selling, I think, some wood. He's talking about maybe building a mill to process either the canola or the or anything really into flour or oil. So yeah, that is the plan there, and that will also relieve some of our storage issue, because obviously our silos are not quite big enough yet for the amount of land that we've got. So if we can put some into a mill and get that processing, that will also reduce the amount of stuff in the silo, which would be good. I think the other combine is being sorted out. I can see it bouncing around over there. So yeah, that should be back on track when I get over there. I'll finish unloading this one. Is it finished? No, not quite yet, I don't think. Can't really see into the tank of this one very well. The other one's got an easier tank to see into. There we go, I think that's finished. Right, I'll head round to the other side now. Hopefully going to get there before it gets to the other end. Probably won't. But yeah, it'd be good to try and empty it on the correct side, otherwise I'll have to wait for it to come back again, and it might be full before it gets back to this end. I hope not, but it might be. So yeah, we'll get around there and hopefully unload that combine, and then I'll resume my baling. If Daggerwin's not on it, I don't think he is. Because otherwise I'll do something else. I'll do some trees, but I think Daggerwin's doing the trees, which would be quite good. Now, am I going to get to this one before it gets to the end? I'm absolutely flat out here at 20 miles an hour, so I can't go any faster to catch up with it. That's the downside of karting with a quad track. It's going to go, isn't it? It's going to turn before I get there. That's annoying. It's right at the end. Oh, maybe I can get it to stop it. It's not actually as full as I thought, but even so, it'll be good to... Oh no, it's raining now. Oh, what terrible timing. I'm going to have to stop the combines. That's annoying. Don't want them harvesting in the rain because we lose yield if we do that, so... Oh, I'm going to tab to it. Stop them both. Yeah, there's no point having them running in the rain, because all we're going to do is lose money basically doing that. So I will continue the baling. At least I can continue baling in the rain, and then hopefully the shower won't last too long, and we can then resume the harvest. Okay, I've stopped again because Daggerwin said he wants me to build the mill. Apparently people have been complaining about where he's been putting stuff, so he wants me to take the blame if I put it in the wrong place. So let's go to the yard and see where we can put this mill then. So we're going to go for the one we had in the previous series, I think, the competitive series, and I think this is the best place for it, probably either here or on the new plot. But yeah, I think in the yard is probably a sensible place to put it, because then we don't have to go too far from the silo over here to the mill. So let's build that construction mode, and then factories. Is it factories? I think it is. Yes. So yeah, there's 3 to choose from. So the old grain mill, the American grain mill, or the Polish grain mill. I don't know for sure what all the differences are between them. It doesn't actually tell you, but people seem to know. So maybe it tells you in the information about the mod, but on here it doesn't tell you. But obviously the more expensive one you would assume is the best one. I think some of them are better for certain crops. I think some are better for grain and some of them are better for oil seed. Not quite sure which one's which. We'll be doing every crop in these, so it doesn't really matter. It'll be good for some and not so good for others, but yeah, overall it would probably not make much difference. So yeah, should we put it that way around? That seems like a decent place. We're right on the boundary there. This is right on our boundary, so it seems like a good location to put it. It's not going to take up. It's not going to get in the way of anything, I don't think. There. Let's go with that. I'm sure that's fine. The alternative would have been to put it somewhere over here, but this area is kind of not quite ready yet. It's kind of in the early stages of planning, whereas this is starting to get a bit more established and mature, I suppose, as a yard. So this seems like the best place to put it. So what we can do now is start to produce some oilseed with the canola oil. We'll have to open our door. There we go. And also the oats could come into here as well and be processed into flour. So yeah, that'll be a very useful thing to have, and it will also relieve the pressure on the silos, which are already probably nearly full with only 1 or 2 fields harvested. So yeah, that'll be a good thing to have. Okay, so back to the baling. I will resume the baling again for another time. and we'll keep going with this until the rain stops. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'll just put time on to 30, I think, because I don't want it to delay the episode too much. Keep it going at a reasonable speed, but yeah, I don't want to spend ages just doing nothing, so hopefully it won't rain for too long. It doesn't say it will rain for too long on the forecast, I don't think. Let's just quickly check. Yeah, so it should be stopped by 2 or 3 PM, so that's good. So I'll continue with this now again on a time lapse. There we go, that's the baling complete finally. So no more baling I don't think this year, as far as I know. That's because the rest of the crops are sorghum and soybeans, so yeah, there won't be any straw with those. So we can put the baler away for the final time I think this year. Unless of course we do some grass later in the year, because if we get a mower we can do some grass, but at the moment the goats are okay because they have the meadow. They are taking grass from the meadow because, as you can see, there is a pallet of milk that has spawned. It's not a full pallet of course, there's only a few litres in it, but if they weren't being fed they wouldn't be producing milk, so yeah, they have got some feed, but obviously yeah, we do need to cut the grass as soon as possible and get them fed properly for the winter. But yeah, for now that is all the straw bale, and Daggerwin just ran out of space on the trailer, so I've brought this bale back to the yard, and we'll keep this at the yard here. But he's done very well there. I'm very impressed with all the bales on the trailer there. Got managed pretty much every single bale on the trailer apart from 2, I think. He's going to have to bring one back on his front loader, and I've brought one back with my front loader, but apart from that, yep, that is all the bales I think collected. So the mill is now active, you can see it's turning, and tipping some oats in there, so we're making flour from the oats. We also should tip some canola in there if he hasn't already done that. I don't know whether he has. Productions... no, he hasn't put any canola in yet, and we've got quite a lot, so we should really put some canola in. Yep. If we have a spare trailer. Oh, there's Daggerwin. We also, another job is to spread those fields with lime. I'm pretty sure that they need some lime before the next drilling, which is a bit of a pain with the current spreader that we've got. It's not the best. So I don't know whether we should just wait until we get a bigger one or try and do some with this spreader, I don't know. Let's have a quick look at the fields to see what they are actually like. Yeah, pH is not good. You can see these ones have been spread and these ones haven't, and they're not good. So ideally they do need spreading with some lime. But yeah, with this spreader it's going to take some time to do that. There's still some more oats in the combines as well. I thought he'd unloaded those, but they haven't been. This tractor is here for some reason. I'll bring this back to the yard and see if we can get some more canola tipped into the mill for processing, and then probably do some lime spreading potentially, although I'm not guaranteeing that at the moment, but yeah, we do need to do it. Just a progress update. So we're on the lime spreading now. It's taking a while. It's using a lot of lime up basically. It's going to focus on these two fields first though, the 2 oat fields that we just harvested, because they're going to be the two that probably go into canola next. So they'll be the first ones to be planted. So yeah, they're the priority fields to get planted. And then the one over here, this one here, which was canola, that will probably be going oats or wheat or something. So there's not quite as much urgency to get that one spread, although it will still need to be done ideally to improve our yield and also our environmental score reward. Yeah, the plan is to do them all, but it does take a long time. We are hoping for a bigger spreader in the sale, but who knows whether that will appear or not. But if we do have the money available at any point, and there is one in the sale, we will try and buy it, because it is definitely worthwhile, because this is taking a while and it's not a very big spreader, only 5,000 litre capacity as well, which is pretty low, I mean. Whereas some of the others are like 20,000 litre capacity or probably something like that. So yeah, it's quite a bit better than what this one is. Yeah, we'll hope for the best that we get a decent one in the sale soon. But yeah, there's obviously no guarantee with that, with a used sale. Anyway, I'll continue for a bit longer and then potentially start planting this today or in August if we move time on. Or it might be next episode, but we'll see on that. That's the first field all spread with lime, which is excellent. It didn't take too long, I suppose, but it did cost quite a bit and used quite a lot of lime up. But there we go, that's done. I'm just going to get the helpers to start this one. Daggerwin apparently has bought another one because there was another one like that in the sale, which is good news because it means that we can continue spreading. These two combines are going to be in the way. I did line them up ready to be unloaded, but they haven't been unloaded yet, so I'll move them out of the way, and then we can get them unloaded and take that grain back to the yard. There's not too much in them, but they still need to be out of the way of the field so that the helper can get that spread with lime. And I was going to make a start on drilling the canola in the other field that I've just been working in. I'll get these two lined up so that they can still be unloaded. But yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be unloaded today because we're so busy now with getting the drilling done. This is the least powerful of the two quad tracks, but hopefully it'll still get the job done. I'm sure it will. It's still over 400 horsepower, I think, so it's pretty good. This is quite low on seed as well. We're going to do canola. Actually, yeah, canola doesn't use that much seed, so I think we should be okay with this. Oh, already loads of pallets spawned. I'll push them out of the way so that they continue to be produced, because otherwise they'll stop. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of an issue here with storage space for the pallets. Yeah, okay. There's already loads. This is all I can really do at the moment because I haven't got a front loader on this. There's no available front loader. No doubt there'll be another line spawning as well, probably. Yep. Wow, this thing is producing quite a lot of pallets. I'm guessing it had stopped then. It must have already filled up its capacity, internal capacity. Let's check the thing. Yep, it's empty now. That's good. Okay, so it can continue to produce products. There's one more there, but that's good. Yeah, already a bit of a line there of pallets that need moving. But that's going to be good money when we do come to sell that. This drill is weird. It does drift very badly. I don't know why it does this, but yeah, it does drift. Yeah, anyway, I will get to the field and we'll make a start on putting the canola in. Okay, Daggerwin's just finished, so I'll leave it there again for today, and we'll continue this next time. It's just finishing off the line spreading up there. Apparently it's not as bad on that field as it is on the other fields, but yeah, it's just finishing off that on the helper. These two are very bad, and I think this one is sort of average, I think, so yeah, those two definitely need doing before next time, or before next the crop that goes in next time. Not next episode, obviously, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to leave it there for today. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.